haven't known me, right? Before, right? With fundamental management, I think. Fundamental management, right?
Corporate culture.
Corporate culture. Okay, corporate culture. Maybe you studied fundamental management. Okay. But at least a class will meet me twice. The first one is the corporate culture, and the second one is the human resource management. And this is the second course that you have met me in your program, right? Okay, and you know my most of you here, you haven't known my rules in class, right? Okay, you can use any devices. Smart devices is useful, right? So you can use laptop, cell phones, tablets, and all other devices. But remember, just for study purpose only. And whenever I realize any of you here use smart devices to do something else besides studying, I will ask you to come out of my class and never come back. Remember that, okay? You can talk with your friends who coming late today, that you have to respect the time, the schedule, right? Our schedule time. So that we do not waste our time. Okay, my course will be human resource management. I'm your instructor in this semester, right? With 3 credits, and you can contact me whenever you have any questions via yellow, right? Or if you want to have a formal communication, you can contact me via email address. Just in case you want to have a formal way, right? A formal way to communicate. And the next thing, I just want to introduce a little bit about this course and the outcomes, right? You can see here so many positions that you may acquire in the future if you pursue human resource management as your career in the future. Okay. Actually, remember that you are studying industrial management program, and with this program you have 4 main sections that you can pursue after graduating. The first one, the key one. Not quality management is the second one, and the first one,
Production.
Right, production management, right? The key points, right? The key outcomes of yours after graduating from this university, from this program, is that production management. Remember that is your strength. Remember, if you compare yourself with other candidates in the labor market, your strength is a product management. Remember that thing. Because only in this program you have a chance to study with so many courses in production management. That's why this is a strength of yours, right? So that's the key point. And if you find that PM is not really appropriate with you, maybe just because of your personality or your strength in studying in the university, so you can choose the second one. This is the first one, remember, always, right? The first one. And the second one is the quality right? You know it. And you have a chance to study many other courses on quality management, and this is your second strength compared with other candidates in the labor market. Remember that thing. But just in case, some of you here, you find that PM, QM not really suits you. In that situation, you can think of what next? If QM, PM, they are not really appropriate with your strength, your personality, so you can choose
Marketing.
sales and marketing is the last one. Sales marketing is the last one. You can pursue after you graduating, right? And the third one is my course. Human resource management. Okay, the third one and the fourth one. So my course will supply you with the knowledge, the skills, and the attitude that are appropriate for you to pursue human resource management as a career path in the future, right? For yours. Come on in, hurry up. So in your mind, until now in your mind, if you pursue human resource management, what kind of tasks or what kind of responsibilities you have to follow or you have to accomplish as a HR staff, right? In general, HR staff. As a HR staff, what kind of responsibilities you have to accomplish?
Recruit.
SR, you have to do what thing?
Recruit. Hiring.
Hiring, exactly, hiring. The very first thing you can think of is hiring. You have to hire, you have to find out the candidates, right? Who are appropriate with their openings. Openings, that means the vacancies, something like that, okay? Openings. Opening, that means the position in your positions in your organization that haven't got any person to put in. So we say that is opening, okay? Hiring is a process that you have to find out the appropriate candidates who are appropriate with your openings, right? With your opening. And you have to negotiate with those candidates so that you can hire them, right? You offer them the job, and after that they accept your offers, and you will become employer and employee relation, right? Got it? Okay, that's the very first thing. How about the next thing?
Training.
Besides, okay, training, exactly. Training. After hiring, you have to train your newbie, right? Your newbies, because remember that not only the freshmen after graduation. For example, within 2 years after graduation, you say that I'm just a newbie in the labor market and I have no much experience. In that case, certainly the companies, they have to train you so that you have a appropriate knowledge and skill and attitude to do the job. But remember, when you have many years of experience, even in that situation, the company also train you. Why? Even when you have 5 years of experience, even 6 years of experience, the company, when they hire you, they also have to train you. Do you know why? Each company, they have their own culture. They have their own process of operation, right? So when you have experience, that experience belong to other company, not this company. You know it, right? So at least I have to train you so that you can understand our culture and our way of doing things in our company. So remember that whenever you hire any new one, you have to train them. right? What next? Hiring, training. You mean maintaining, right? Maintaining employee so that they can stay with you longer. Maintaining. Maintaining. That means you have to create an appropriate performance appraisal system. Performance appraisal. Performance. Performance appraisal. What does it mean? I have said that you have to design an appropriate performance appraisal system. So, what does performance appraisal mean? Right. We have to evaluate the results of working of each employee, right? For example, KPI, right? Have you ever heard about that? KPI, key performance indicator, okay? KPI, for example, right? KPI. So after you design an appropriate KPI system, and what next you have to do to maintain your employee inside your company so that they do not turnover. You know turnover. Turnover. What does it mean? Turnover. They leave your company. Okay? They leave your company to find other chances, other opportunities, and other positions in other companies. Okay? That means turnover. To maintain your employees so that you can reduce the turnover rate within your company, KPI is not enough, right? You have to design what next? What next? KPI certainly is not enough, right? You have to design what to keep or to maintain your employees so that they do not leave your company, especially the talents, right? So you have to generalize in one thing. Hierarchy, you mean the structure. You mean the promotion.
Reward or bonus.
Rewards, bonus, we say compensation and benefits. Compensation and benefits, CNB. CNB is CNB, we say compensation and benefits. Compensation and benefits. In Vietnamese, we say đãi ngộ. Phúc lợi và đãi ngộ. Đãi ngộ và phúc lợi. And certainly, we have a financial rewards and non-financial. For example, promotion is a non-financial, right? Certainly. And that's the thing you have to design so that you can maintain your company, so your employee within your company. And remember that you have to build up and evolve a corporate culture, a strong corporate culture, so that you can connect all the members inside your organization with each other. We share the same vision, right? We share the same values, so that they do not have an intention to leave your company. Got my idea? That's all about human resource management. Okay, so after graduation, if you choose HRM as your career path, remember we have so many positions that you can apply for. Okay, here we can. We should start with the very first line here. Help desk. When you are working as an intern in any company as a human resource management, certainly the very first thing is the help desk. That you just work as an assistant, right? An assistant in the office. And they can ask you anything you have to do and help them, right? We say help desk. And this is just like intern, right? Intern just about 6 months or less, right? 6 months or less when you find some position in some companies for your internship period. In that case, you have to work as a help desk. Got it? And the next thing, HR data administrator. You just work as an administrator. Administrator, that means you manage the data, right? You manage the data and you analyze the data. That's enough. That is for all for this position. And after the very first line here, you come to higher and higher. For example, benefits administrator. You can manage the benefits system inside that company. You calculate the salary for the employees, right? You can propose the policy for your employees. That's it, right? And up, when you go up, certainly you can become manager, right? HR project manager, and you can become HR manager here, the overall, right? HR director, head of HR, it depends on the scales of your company. If your company is a big company, certainly we have the HR director, giám đốc tài chính. But if the scale of your company is just SME, you know SME?
Small and medium.
Right. SME is the small and medium size enterprises, right? If you are working for an SME, certainly you just have the highest position for HR manager is that, for example, the head of departments, something like that. Got it? Okay, and we have some really hot job here, right? Hot job. That means it's really new in the market, right? New emerge in the market. For example, HR data scientist. You have to analyze all the quantitative, that means numbers, right? About HR, so that you can find out the bottleneck in HR process for your company. It's difficult, right? It's difficult work. And for example, talent manager. You have to find out the talent, the potential candidates. Even when you have to come to some university, certainly the famous university, right? With the high quality of training, and you have to sign some relationship, right, with those universities so that you can pick the talent from those universities, right? And after that, you have to train them. You have to train them so that in the future they become excellent employees for your company. That's talent management, right? Okay, and something here, for example, DEIB manager. This is really new, This is really new in the market right now. And in Vietnam, I have never found any companies that finding such kind of position. But maybe in the future, it will appear in Vietnamese market, right? But right now, it just appear in the foreign market. Now I will explain for you what DEIB stands for. They stand for diversity, because you know what? We are working in a flat world. You know flat world, right? We are working in a flat world. That's why it's a company. They have so many employees come from many countries. So the very first thing, when you are working in multicultural environment, you know multicultural environment, you have to respect the diversity, the very first thing, right? So if you work in DEIB position, the very first thing you have to design that in the system and policy so that your company have some rules and laws to protect the diversity, the very first thing, right? And the second thing about the equity certainly is the fairness, right? The equity, and the next thing, inclusion. That means we will create the engagement from our employees so that they can participate in the job with whole their energy. And the last thing, belonging. If you company have a really huge deputation. You know deputation? Deputation? Deputation. D-E-P-U-T-A-I-O-N. Deputation. Famous, well known in the market. Certainly, for example, I just give you an example. This girl, she is working for Intel Vietnam, and I am working for a Vietnamese small company. And I have my own uniform. She has her own uniform from Intel Vietnam. And certainly, when I wear the uniform of my small Vietnamese company and go and ride in the street and as just like her, and certainly who feel more proud of the uniform? Certainly this girl, because she's wearing a uniform from a really famous company, right? And I am just wearing a uniform from a very small company and no one knows. And certainly she has your own pride. That is a sense of belonging. Sense of belonging to really famous company or organization. I just give you example. Just like your life as students, each student has their own uniform. And certainly if you are studying in a famous university, certainly when you wear the uniform, you feel better and more comfortable compared with students come from other university who is not really famous. Got my idea? That's a sense of belonging. So we have to create the sense of belonging from all the employees inside the company. That's about DEIB. So until now, I have introduced to you so many positions and so many things that you can do when you pursue HRM in the future, right? But how about the salary? That's the problem. Okay, the ultimate objective is about money, right? It's about money. So look at the screen. You can see here. Okay, the very first position, I have collected information. You can see the source, right? Career builder. Career builder is the old domain name. The new domain name is not career builder but career Viet. It has changed its own brand name recently, so that is become more familiar with Vietnamese people. Okay, the very first position, I just have collected this information this morning, right? 2026, you can see here HR specialist in Vietnamese, we say chuyên viên. Remember, this is chuyên viên, not chuyên gia, right? If you say chuyên gia in Vietnamese, you have to translate into English is expert. Hey, expert. And specialist just means chuyên viên, right? Exactly. Okay, higher than staff a little bit, right? But they just non-managerial employee. They are not manager, right? Okay, so you can see here. You can see here about the salary. The average salary is just about 11 million per month. Not really high, right? Not really high. But in Ho Chi Minh City, you can see here. In Ho Chi Minh City, the average salary is about 11.5 million, right? 11.5 million. But it can come up to 30 million per month. It depends on your own ability, your contribution to the organization, and especially based on the financial ability of your company, right? So the big company can pay you more, small company cannot, right? So it depends on some things, but we can reach 30 million per month, and the number of the year of the experience you can see here. If you just have a less than 1 year of experience, you have to reduce the expectation a little bit, right? It's about 23% lower than the medium level. Got it? But from 1 to 4 years, it increased about 1%, and more than 5 years, it increased about 23%. So remember, which HR specialist, when you have 5 years or more of experience, you will earn much money, right? 5 years. So be patient. Be patient. Which a career if you pursue HRM, right? Not really high salary at the very beginning, but along the time you will increase your salary, and it's kind of sustainable. Opposite to sell. Opposite to sell, because, for example, if you are working as a salesperson, with women after 40 years old, with men after 45 years old, you almost cannot work as a salesman. But with HRM, you become more strong in your career. Got my idea? That's the thing. That's why I talk to you that if you pursue HR, you have to be patient, right? And the more years of experience you have, the higher salary you can earn. Got my idea? Okay. It's about HR specialist. But remember, this is quite interesting, right? 12% of companies, they ask for candidates must be female. That's me. They believe that HR specialists quite a higher match with women. But that does not mean male cannot pursue HRM, right? Because you can see here, 85% they think that any of you, right? They don't care about the gender, right? So any of you here, if after this course, if you find that you somehow appropriate or switch or match with HRM, just follow it. No matter who you are, no matter what gender you are, right? Just follow your dream career path in the future. And the next thing about head of departments. Head of departments, the salary highest that we can find is nearly 70 billion, okay, with the head of departments. And how about the HR manager? HR manager, this position just appeared in big company, not small company, right? And the salary come up to 150 million a month. Got it? Okay, that's all about the salary, right? The salary of HR career. And now, I will give you the assessment plan. The assessment plan is really important because based on this information, you can have a plan to study this course for you. Formative assessment 50%, summative assessment 50% as well. And in formative assessment, you have to work in group from the very first day to the last day of the course. So right after this introduction, you have to choose your group. Got my idea? And group work, you have to work from the first week to the last week. All the weeks you have assignments to work in group. So don't worry about the assignments. You have assignments all the week. Because I have to supply you with some occupational skill. I have to give you some scenario and situation so that you can solve problem as an HR staff in the future. Because remember that when we are studying in university, we have academic knowledge and skill and practical knowledge and skill. Which one is more important to you? Practical. Because after graduation, the companies and enterprises out there, they need someone can do the job, right? So practical knowledge and skill are really important. That's why I have to give you so many assignments, so that you can have the chances to practice as an HR staff with each other in a group, right? And so that's why this part accounts for 60%, really high percentage, right? And after chapter 4, this is not easy. I promise, not easy. After chapter 4, you will have an individual quiz only, right? And this takes account for 30%, 35%. And remember, just all about the quiz. You come to my class, and after that, I will push all the quizzes on the screen, and after 23 seconds, it will slide away and never come back. So you just have a time to pay attention to your own answers. You do not have a chance to communicate with other members in your class, right? Certainly you can use materials, but you cannot use AI. You cannot use AI certainly. During study process, certainly you can use AI as an assistant with you, right? As an assistant of yours, but whenever I evaluate your understanding, your knowledge, your skill, certainly AI cannot help you in that stage. But during your studying, during doing assignments, you can use AI and any the AI, right? And remember that if you want have an AI that help you to work with proofreading, you know proofreading? That means to correct your grammar, to correct your word choice, you should use ChatGPT because it's the best in the AI market to solve such kind of problem. But if you want to collect the information in real time, you have to use Gemini. Gemini belongs to Google. And the data set of Google certainly is the real-time information. So that's why whenever you want to collect the information in real time, update it, you have to use Gemini. And if you want an AI that helps you to summarize some materials and to pinpoint the key points in some kind of materials, you should use Notebook LM. Got it? And if you want to do your research and have a really strong assistant with your research, you should use Perplexity. So remember, each AI, it has its own strength. Right? We cannot use only one AI for multiple tasks. Certainly no. You have to know exactly the strength of each AI so that you can choose the right tools that help you during your study. Got it? Okay, I have introduced you some AI that can help you during your study.
Notebook LM.
And next thing, if you do not have any absent days, you will gain 0.5 extra points for your faculty assessment. And if you have 80%, we have 9 weeks. 80% means how many days you can be absent? 2 days. Okay, round it up, right? Round it up. You have 2 days of absence if you don't want to lose your points. And if you have 3 or more days of absence, you have to be punished. by removing 0.5 from your performance assessment. Got it? And certainly, if you have a 1 or 2 absent days, it's okay. No rewards, no punishment. Question? Certainly, we do not count that week. We do not count that week. Okay, I just count the week that we come to class. Which chapter? It depends. It depends on the pace of our class. If we still have something that I need to explain to you, we have to arrange another day. But if we can manage in 8 weeks, it's okay. And about summary assessment, you have to work in group of 2 students. Work in pairs, not more. You have to choose your partner to work with the summary assessment. I will give you the information of something in HR function of a real life company. And you have to use my tool, the tools that I supply to you during the course to analyze, to evaluate, and to propose the solution for that company. That's all. Got it? Okay. That's about the assessment. And how about the content? We just have a 7 chapters, right? 7 chapters. Today we will finish the first one, overview of HRM. We just go general, right? General things about HRM. And from chapter 2 to chapter 7, all the functions, right? All the functions and tasks and responsibilities of HR staff. The very first one, planning. The second one, job analysis. The fourth one is the recruitment, selection, training, human resource, human management and appraisal, right? KPI here. And compensating human resource, that means CMB, right? And that's all about the content of the course. Okay, I have finished my introduction to the course. And now, any question about the course? Until now. Certainly you are junior, right? Right, exactly. You are junior right now, right? Senior already? Really?
Junior.
Let me check.
Random.
Ê, bố mày dễ thương ghê.
Thu điện thoại hồi đó kêu tao là đừng có lướt Facebook nhiều, xong lướt Facebook cái mấy cái hình mày vô rồi má.
Mày dễ thương mà. Mà Mikasa là gì vậy?
Tiếng
Okay, I will check if you are junior or senior because I remember that this course you study in the 3rd year, not the 4th year.
Trời ơi.
Twenty-three. You are junior. Oh. What is this?
hồi đầu ba tao cạo đầu xong rồi 4 đứa cạo lông.
What? Bùi anh Khôi Vĩ. Who is Bùi anh Khôi Vĩ?
Ai chụp vậy? Ai chụp kêu tao nói. Ai chụp rồi ai gửi vô vậy?
Hàng xóm mà qua nhà hàng xóm cho
Con chó này sao mà nó càng nhìn nó càng dễ thương đi.
So what happened with you? You have some gap years? Okay. Try your best. Okay, we have not junior or senior, but really, I don't want to. I don't know how to use the word, but You have so many years in the university until now, right? Okay. But most of you here, you are junior, right? The first year is freshman, the second year is sophomore, the third year is junior, and the last year is senior. So you are the junior here, most of you. Okay, that's all about the introduction to the course. And now, if you do not have any other questions, that means I can understand that you are totally clear. You are totally clear about the information, all the information that I have supplied to you, right? Am I right? Right or not? I just want to collect the information so that I can modify. If you ask me to modify my lecture, because I know that sometimes I speak really fast, right? Not only in English, but only even when I speak Vietnamese, I speak really fast. That's why if you cannot understand, I have to modify the speech. But you know that it's difficult to change some habits, right? It's really difficult to change, but I will try. Okay, so until now, who understands 100% of my speech? Raise your hand up. 100%. Raise your hand up. I just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 8. You are correct, right? 19, 18, 19, 22. Thank you. Okay, put your hand out. 22 students. 22. 100% of understanding. 22 students here. Okay, how about around 80%? I mean a little bit less. Who can understand around 80% of my speech? Just raise your hand up. Just raise your hand up because it's really important information so that I can modify my lecture. Okay, raise your hand up. No one? I just want to raise a little bit. How about 90%? How about 90%? 90%? No one? How about 80%? No one? How about 70%? You have to vote. It's really necessary information. 70, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Okay, thank you. How about 60%? About 60%? 60? 60%? No. 50% or less. 50% or less. Who here? 50% or less. 1. Thank you. 1. So I just count. 22, 26, 27. We have 34 students here, but only 27 students have voted. So 7 students. Until now, you even when just raise your hand up, you do not do it. I just want to know the reason why. I didn't ask you to say anything. Just raise your hand up. And 7 students. And this is not your obligation. It's just about your rights, right? It's about your rights. Because basing on your feedback, I know about my lecture, how well is it. So that's why I need your feedback, right? I need your feedback to modify my lecture. But 7 students, you haven't raised your hand. I don't know why, but it's not really good thing in a class, right? You have to show your own idea. You have to show your own voice. You have to raise your voice. That's your right in class group. Even when I just ask you raise or not, raise your hand or not, and 7 of you did not do anything. That's not really good feedback to me. Okay, so I can understand that from most of you here, you can understand me at least 70%. Actually, I just expect about 70%. I just expect about 70%. And certainly, with people who can understand my nature at least 70%, you can totally understand if you learn by yourself after each of class. That's why I just expect for 70%, right? But okay, only one of you just say not really understand, not really understand what I'm saying. So I just add a little bit. You are a junior right now, right? Junior, third year student, right? Okay. Okay. So how about in other courses? Ở những lớp khác thì sao? Là tại vì các cô ấy vừa nói tiếng Anh vừa nói tiếng Việt đó hả? Cho nên là em cứ chủ quan là không cần nghe tiếng Anh tốt thì vẫn học được hả? Xin lỗi, nguyên tắc đó không được áp dụng trong lớp này nha. You pay more tuition, higher tuition, right? More money compared with Vietnamese students, Vietnamese program students. And why you have to listen to Vietnamese in this class? You pay for English, and now you ask teachers or lecturers to speak Vietnamese. No way. I have to supply the service that is equivalent to your tuition, right? So actually, I think other teachers, just because they're afraid of the understanding, they want you to totally understand their lecture. So that's why they use both Vietnamese and English, right? But actually, with me, just only with freshmen, I do it. Because with freshmen, they are not really good at English, not really good at listening. That's why sometimes I use Vietnamese with freshmen. But with sophomore, junior, and especially senior, certainly I never use Vietnamese in class. So I think certainly I will reduce the speech a little bit so that you can understand me. But try to practice at home, because I am quite confident about my pronunciation. It's not really bad, right? So you just practice to listen to English at home. Try your best, right? Try the best, because actually one of your strengths compared with Vietnamese program student is English. That's why you know boss, enterprise boss, from Germany, right? Boss from Germany. Boss has a really something happened over there. Maybe. Okay. Don't worry. It's daytime, not nighttime, so don't worry about some strange noise. Hey. Boss has a really close relationship with our university. You have to know it, because that is your chance to obtain a position. When you find an intern position, Bosch is one of the best company right now I know about that has a really good internship plan for students from university. They design a really good internship plan for students. So that's why if you want to become an intern in Bosch, you have to pass the exams and you have to win over many other candidates. But remember, in our program, there has been so many students succeeded in applying intern position in Bosch. especially majority of them come from English program, not Vietnamese program. Because you know why? Because Bosch is an international company. They need English. So that's your strength, right? You have to realize your strength so that you can have a good plan, right? To pursue your career path in the future. So your strength is, the first strength is that you focus on production management and quality management. The second strength is English. Really, really good strength right now, right? So that's why you will become more confident when you compete with other candidates from other university or from even in the same university but with Vietnamese program students. Got my idea? So you have to know your values. Your values, right? I have identified your strengths and your values. You have to be confident about yourself, about that thing. Hey. So forgive me if sometimes I speak quite fast, right? But I hope that if there is something you cannot understand well, you can ask for the help from your members in your group. If you cannot find help from them, just ask me. I will explain for you in Vietnamese in person. Right? Got my idea? Okay, so don't worry too much about English. Okay, now if you do not have any further questions, now it's time for you to establish your group. One group come from 4 to 6 members. You have to choose a leader, and you please let me know the cell phone number of the leader so that whenever has any problem, I will contact your leader, right? And you have to name your group with a proper name so that I can call your group name, right? And certainly not number, but proper name. Got it? Okay. Any question? No, certainly no. 4 to 6 members. No exception. 4 to 6 members.
4 to 6.
Now it's time. Now it's your time.
4 đến 6.
Write down the information in a piece of paper, and I will collect that piece of paper. All the information of your group.
Sao làm biết rồi?
Nhiều khi không hiểu. Không sao đâu. Cần câu cơ.
Giờ Ngọc Bích nghĩ tên ủa nhóm. Sigma boy. Biết tên nhóm. Sợ cô bông lắm nào. Tôi đồng ý.
Mày làm biết.
Nhưng mà tôi ý là sợ quá mẹ.
Là bảo đảm cái nhóm này tới đầu luôn. Okay, you have to write down in a piece of paper. That's the very first thing, group name, the leader name, student ID of the leader, and the phone number of the leader. And after that, you will write down all the members' name, right, and student ID of them, of theirs.
Group name tên gì?
Treo ly đúng không? Treo ly.
Là Thạch hả?
Đúng rồi là đấy. Treo ly đúng đi, treo ly đúng.
Tôi nói chịu.
Chịu. Chịu
sao?
Không sao đâu, chịu, tụi nó chịu lúc này.
Em là treo ly group đúng không?
Treo ly.
Có tên nhớ phải giờ.
Treo ly đúng.
Phải thôi.
Ghi đi.
Không. Yes. Tôi đồng ý.
Không.
Tìm lại tiểu đó coi tao không biết viết sao. Alice.
Tao ghi rồi. Nó biểu tao ghi rồi không sao đâu.
Chó này cũng trẻ. Tao đẹp cũng qua rồi.
300 tên rất chất và hay và ý nghĩa. Vì mình ôi, Min ơi, Nga nó sợt 300 tên nhóm hay chất và ý nghĩa.
Mày được mày đó. Mày để lo.
Ai mà bị nạn.
Mày làm lấy làm gì? Lấy giống qua đây.
Mẹ biết nó đặt tên rất là nhiều. Nó đặt gì? Treo lì.
Treo lì chuyện nữa hả?
Chẩu rồi.
Chưa đủ rồi.
Chẩu không?
Chẩu vậy thôi.
Mày để tao chụp lại.
Charlie lúc thì coi nhìn qua đi.
Treo lì. Thôi 3 đứa thôi chứ. Đứa thứ tư vô cũng có được sao.
Trời ơi, licorice hả? Licorice hả?
Chúng tôi là những bông hoa bỉ ngạn đẹp nhất vùng đất. Ê, cái tên nó bận vô người đó.
Nhưng mà cái thể loại nó bận như người đó. Cái thể loại
Gì?
thể loại nó bận như người bây giờ.
Cái thể loại gì bận vô người?
Mày biết phim có thể loại gì không?
Phim là 37.
Mày biết phim có thể loại gì không?
Mày nổi.
Bây giờ mà móc qua mai luôn là tụi mình cũng có 3 đứa là phải tìm thành viên.
You have a good name. Your group really proper name.
Ê, kia tao cũng gọi.
And who is the leader? You have to let me know the number of the leader. Pay attention.
Ê, có người anh thì mỗi lần qua mỗi lần 2 giờ sáng mình ngủ
Chắc nhầm ok. Fucking love you.
Thôi cái nhóm này
cái tên gì mà giận vô người.
Julie.
Jollibee. Rồi list là bên anh hả?
Số rồi. Không có nói nhớ số nó đâu. Thôi kệ đi, lớp này cho nó làm lead quality cho rồi tao làm. Ôi. Spicy noodle. Kitchen. Man qua. Man qua ngon không? Sắp đi ăn. Không biết sắp đi ăn nên không biết. Glabos. Lẩu hấp thủy nhiệt. Kichi.
Có mèo quá không?
Kệ ký gửi lại gọi lên cô Kichi. Không em bị á.
Má. Cái hồi nãy tao chỉ nhóc tên lên đi coi.
Này đúng không?
Nhìn như vậy sao? Đúng rồi, lãnh đạo.
Không 26.
Đi đâu?
Ông buổi sáng đang mở cái ông nội nào đang ma sói vào phiên bản người nổi tiếng cái đang thua là phần là người thi phạm. Ví dụ có ai cười với mày đánh đâu bên kia. Vậy nó mới sợ. Bao nhiêu củ đầu rồi đi. Bao nhiêu củ đầu rồi.
Tại vì nó bắt buộc á, nhưng mà nó cho tao gửi phiếu hoặc là sao Cô mời